Hello and welcome, my friends. It's me, Jennifer from Mystic Star. So we had a little bit of a flip-flop this week. Today I was supposed to do an Angel 101 session where we talked about the angels. However, they got very anxious and wanted to share their information first, so I'm flipping my two sessions. Today we're going to do our angel reading, and then on Wednesday, you guys can ask me more about how do I do my angel readings? How do you channel angels? What is an angel? You can ask the questions. I'm sorry, this is live, so there's traffic. You can ask the questions you have about angels. So that's what's going to happen today. We're going to do our angel reading. And the angels wanted me to share the happiness and joy that they had and gratitude that they had for everybody who sent Gaia some love. On Friday, when I did my weekly session, I encourage people just to send out and, give Gaia a bit of love. And I'm going to ask another favor. There are a lot of people that are hurting right now. There are people all over the world that are being impacted by flooding, by fires, by torrential rains. Let's give them some love. Let's give them some support. We don't have to reach out financially, but we can reach out and give them that big energetical hug that can inspire them and help things move along a little easier for them. So if you can, I encourage you to do that. You can just think about any and all individuals that are being impacted by any of these very hard to deal with natural experiences, natural phenomenons. And then just give that a little bit of love, a little bit of support. So I always do a monthly kind of recap with the angels, what they want to support you guys with, what they want to share. And when I was getting ready today and I was like, okay, we're doing our 101. And they're like, no. You need to start taking your decks. So of course, they know I'm very partial, as I'm a tarot reader at heart, to my tarot deck. I love the structure, and it helps with the viewer being able to really see and connect with the message. Then with it, I have the Angel Inspiration Oracle, because I do like to mix things up, as I am more of a kind of organic reader than a very traditionalist. And then, of course, this was very important for them, the Healing with the Angels Oracle. They wanted this deck. So every session or every time I do these readings, I always go in with an open mind as to what decks the angels want in what order. This is their message. I'm just sharing it with you. So, like always, I should mention, all these decks are listed below. So if you are interested in looking at these decks or reaching out and purchasing one for yourself, you'll know where to get them and you'll know all their contact details, I guess. So without further ado, let's get into this. What insight and message do the angels want to share with my friends most right now? The one thing I can say about the Oracle decks is that their size can be very challenging to shuffle. I know they want to get the picture out, but the size, like even if you look at these two decks, they're massive. Even the tarot deck itself, it's got the length but not the width. Yeah, I'm not sure I'm enjoying the bigness that's happening. Wonderful. New beginnings. Reminding us that we're not caught in some sort of Groundhog's Day. I know many of us, I'm not sure if that's just the brightness here. Yeah, I think it's the light. You never really know where these lights are going to hit. Even if I have the rig all set up, the cards, they seem to find the light. So, like I was saying, I know many of us feel like we are on a rinse and repeat, that it's just the same old and we just keep going. Well, that's not the truth. We have that ability to break free and make some new choices for ourselves, some higher vibrational choices, things that push the boundaries of that box that we're caught in, that loop, and help us build out of that trench that we've caught ourselves in, helping us to build new routines, new patterns, while breaking old patterns that aren't working for us. That's going to be an important part of the next couple of weeks. Really looking at those old patterns and new ones that you want to bring in. Just like anything else, we want patterns because we find familiarity and stability in things that we do repeatedly. That's why when you have something that you look forward to every week, like for me, I love my Fridays. Fridays are my reading weeks with my Patreons, with my YouTubers, with whoever is going to connect in with me. That stability helps to bring, that repetition helps to bring in that stability. That's what we need. But we need that pattern to be really strong. Study. Taking time to gain new insight, new inspiration, so that these new beginnings really pop. We don't have to have all the information. Sure, we're carrying a lot. Absolutely. However, and this is a big part, this time, in this lifetime, like never before, have we had so much information right at our fingertips. It's right there for us to reach out and grab. Taking time to support yourself and encouraging that inspiration. I'm sorry, my dog has decided to come say hi. Now he's going to say goodbye. The clicking and the shaking. Yep. He's somewhat of a drama king. So that study, that time for you, tapping into things that have really kind of been sitting on your, forefront of your brain or the back of your brain, where you're like, when I have time, I'd really like to learn, well, fill in the blank. You've got time. I know sometimes we don't feel like we have time. However, I know this is challenging. We do. We have the ability to manage and balance ourselves so that we can make high vibrational choices, bring in a lot of new beginnings that have a lot of meaning. Let's get into what they can add into this. What further insight, information, and guidance, can the angels bring forward for my friends to support them in achieving this goal? All right. Oh, fantastic. The Knight of Cups. Now, for those who are new to my channel, I don't usually read this one liner or this one word. Sometimes there's a couple of words. Angel decks are incredibly challenging because a lot of times the author or the writer of the deck will put in a description of Archangel Michael said this. Sure, they're channeling what the angel said at that time for that particular reason. So I don't like the bottom blurb because not all the time do they connect in. What I wanted was this glorious picture. The artwork is stunning. I love this Angel Tarot. It's one of the few that don't have these massive blurbs. This is what I wanted. So the Knight of Cups. Knights, of course, are that adolescent no fear energy. That go big or go home. We're going to need that. Our ego's not going to like this. It's new. We're talking about breaking patterns here. That's terrifying for your ego. Your ego has spent a lot of time putting you in this little box, in this trench where you go round and round and round, so you are safe. Well, at one point in time, our ego did help us. We needed it because we were in danger from the elements, from predators. Not so much anymore. We don't need that heightened sense of fight or flight. We don't need that anxiety. So we are going to need that courage, that determination, and that willpower to overcome that anxiety and that angst, to embrace the angel's message of new beginnings and really branching out. And yes, you can dabble in things. They're reminding me, please don't get caught up that, oh, I'm going to read a little bit about this, and well, now I started, I should finish. No, dabble in it. Take a little bit of this, try a little bit of that. What resonates with you? What do you find fulfilling? What do you find enlightening and exciting? This should really connect in and draw you into it. You can feel that it resonates with that soul song. It just hums. If it doesn't, well, that was interesting information. Let's go to the next. There is so much information. So many different cultures have had different downloads and interpretations, and there is such a unique opportunity to take things and squish them together. I know as a Reiki master, I've done that, and other Reiki masters have done this as well. They take the Japanese Reiki and they combined it with the Indian, and when I say Indian, from India, Reiki or chakra system. They're not really, they're kind of closest. We're all in the same world, but mushing them together. And it works so well. Finding your niche, finding what connects in and really pulls at that creativity and at that, well, connection. You just get excited. The Four of Swords. So important. So when I bought the deck, I really was focusing in on the court and the major arcana. I didn't realize the pips were all like this. Kind of made me sad when I opened it up. And I was like, oh. One day, someone will either download the same deck I have in my brain, or I will get to it. I will get to my angel deck that I want to make. So, Four of Swords. We're looking at that rest. We're looking at that rejuvenation. That time for us. We have to balance things out. Our everyday demands, those expectations, with starting to branch out and push a little bit. We don't want to burn ourselves out. So taking things in small, steady steps. We don't have to read the entire book or the entire blog or the entire whatever. We can take it in steps. We can also work smarter than harder. So if there's a book you want to read because it has something to do with something that is important to you or resonates with you, well, can you get it in audio? Can you listen to it while you're going to work? Can you listen to it while you're doing the dishes? We can multitask. We're getting more done. Yes. Are we working less? No. Are we working smarter? Yes. So we don't have to take the knowledge as once we were taught. Looking at the book and reading the book and, or going to the library and getting a book and withdrawing it. There's so many different modalities of getting things now. So making sure that we're keeping that in balance. Well, giving ourselves time to rest, to really connect in with that information. Death, the 13th card in the Major Arcana. So I think this is probably one of the most beautiful depictions of death. I don't know if it's going to come up in the background. I don't know if my camera will get it. Let's see if I can turn off this light. There it is. So beautiful. Now, death is not a card where we're looking at death itself. The angels are reminding you that you're going to have that time of transition and that we need to release things. Anytime we have new, well, of course, we're looking at releasing what's not working. We can only do so much in a day. We can only hold so much within us. Think of it as having a cup within us. You can only fill it so much before it overflows, and then you feel burdened and just overwhelmed. So if you dig down deep and get the gunkiness that's stuck at the bottom, that low vibrational sludginess, it really lifts what you can put in there. So part of that taking time for self, that rejuvenation, is going to be that release. Now, I know that can be really challenging and easier said than done. How do you just release this stuff? It's not like you can go in and scoop it out. I have a number of meditations with the ArchAngels that I've done where we're releasing different aspects. What's really connecting in and getting that gunkiness out. What matters to you right now? So if you're new to my channel, welcome. I really enjoy supporting my friends with tools that will help them right now and in the future. So I have 4 tools. They're all guided meditations or tools that will support you. 3 of them are meditation, and the 4th one is a mindfulness tool. Many of them are a type of meditation, but they can be tools just to check in with self. So the 3 meditation ones are, of course, the Archangel, Healing with the Archangels. Then there's a Just You and Me playlist where it's just you and me, where we're working on some aspect. And I do have releasing meditations in there as well. And then I have a short and sweet, and that's a quick little pick-me-up support to get you through your day. Now, the angels are reminding me that part of this release is this rejuvenation, which includes that healing. So the Archangel ones are going to be really helpful because we go in, we release that energy, that stagnation, that buildup, that blockage, and then we heal it. So it's just not raw and you're not likely to regress. You can take that baby step forward. It's a guided meditation. It's not scary. All you're doing is focusing in on your breath and maybe visualizing some beautiful energies and being open to any guidance, any new ideas and inspirations. Oh, I should mention, all of those are free. There are no strings attached. You just have to click play. Yep, there it is. And whoop, there you go. Your ego. The 5 of Wands. Like I said earlier, your ego is going to be there. It's not going to like this. This is scary. This is not what it wants. It wants you to be in your box and stay there. It doesn't matter how painful or how depressed you get. You're quote unquote safe. However, your ego doesn't understand, because it's low vibration, what that means to your soul, your body, your mind, or your spirit. So, important to stay in that high vibration. It doesn't matter what that negative self-talk is saying. It doesn't matter what your worries and anxieties are saying. those fears, what we're looking at is more, how can you overcome them? We want to feed that high vibrational self, not the low vibrational self. Are fears and worries natural? Absolutely. However, when they stop you from growing, that's when they start to become concerning, because your ego is driving you, not your higher self, not you. That lower vibrational self that wants you swirling in the same challenge. So anytime this comes up, meditation is super helpful. That's why I have those quick, easy ones to come in. They're about 5 to 10 minutes. You can just splurt them through your day. Another way to get out of that low vibration is to do something fun that you enjoy, that is creative. Getting yourself out of your head, getting yourself into something fun and high vibrational. When we shift our energies, we're able to overcome and squish your ego a little bit, so you're taking back control, giving you that time that you need to overcome some of this barrier, some of this baggage. The Eight of Pentacles. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, when you look at the cards that Pamela Coleman-Smith drew, you have this man sitting on a bench and he's banging on a pentacle. He's been working hard. Why? Because he has that dedication and attention to detail. And we need that. That dedication to self and those attentions to those little aspects, those little symbols and messages that are hidden in plain sight, that are right there for you. We just need to be mindful and be present for them. When we do that, that's exactly when these new beginnings are going to explode. You're going to see these opportunities that are right there, that the angels and your high vibrational support team have been trying to encourage you towards, and you're going to be able to step into them and really embrace them. The King of Wands. Anytime you see kings in tarot, you're looking at something that has the fullest personality development, has the most control and the most power. Now we're looking at the King of Wands, so of course we're looking at that courage and that passion. And that's exactly what these new beginnings are going to be based on, is that passion, that connection, that meaning. Now, like I said at the beginning, we're going to need that adolescent no fear energy to really push us forward. Again, going back to our courage, that willpower and that determination. To me, it's very interesting that we have these two very dominant energies pushing us at the beginning and the end, really giving us that kind of balancing aspect. There's lots in between, but really pushing us forward. And what's more, we have the wand, which is that passion-based creativity. And then we have the cup, which is the intuitive-based creativity. Two sides of creativity, the yin and yang of creativity. Again, we need that to really connect in and embrace this new beginning. New beginning. Sorry, I'm doing it backwards here. The new beginning that is right there for you. So taking that time, enjoying this time, because again, if it's something we dread or don't want to do, that's back to our ego, and that's back to something that's low vibrational. Finding the excitement and joy in everything you do, whether it be cleaning the toilet or starting a new project. We need to have that high vibrational, you know what? I'm going to get this done. I'm going to feel better. The house will be clean. I'm excited. This is going to be fun. Important aspects. High vibration, helping you maintain that higher vibration to be open to these beginnings, to be open to the messages that are going to be hidden in plain sight. So let's end this off here. What further supports will help my friends embrace this message and get the most out of the next couple of weeks? Okay, apparently this one's mostly, it's very important actually. Harmony. We need that sense of calm within ourselves. Will it feel like a battle with our ego? Probably at times. Know that you have the ability. You are stronger than your ego. Think of it as kind of a teeter-totter. Okay, so you've got this teeter-totter. You've got your high vibrational self on one side, your low vibrational self on the other. You're sitting in the middle. Whichever side you lean to is going to have your added weight, your added support, and it's going to be stronger. And that's exactly what we want to do. We want to have that harmony to push us to the side of our high vibrational self, our intuition, which is what was brought out at the very beginning when we brought that night out, that intuition to support us in going forward in a meaningful, joyous way. Oh, yes, sir. Archangel Uriel. He is like a dynamo. I absolutely adore working with him. And yes, I have meditations with him on my playlist. So fantastic. Anytime I work with Archangel Uriel, I really feel him in my solar plexus chakra. He really lights things up, connects us into that passion, really connects into this king amazingly. Archangel Uriel helps us step into the light, step into our passions and our power. And that's what we need. Anytime that we feel unsure or uncertain, that's when we need to call in Archangel Uriel. And I'm going to explain more in my Angel 101 how you can easily call in the archangels and work with them. And no, you don't need any gimmick. I'm not trying to sell anything. You will find that I will not be trying to push anything on you. I don't do that. How you can easily work with the archangels and the angels to support you in enjoying this lifetime. So now, of course, if you want to work with them, I've got meditations that bring them into it for you and me. So that's one easy way of doing it. We have double fives. Archangel. Now, I should mention some cards, right? Some oracle cards don't have numbers while others do. So that's a very designer-friendly choice. We have multiple fives. And to me, it's interesting that we have competing multiple fives. That ego versus Archangel Uriel. Now, anytime you have a multiple five, unlike in tarot, you're looking at the angels encouraging you forward as you're on the right track. Keep going. Don't give up. And that is exactly why Archangel Uriel is the 5th card in the Angel Inspiration Oracle. I love it. Childish innocence. Remembering, guys, we want to have fun. We want to enjoy this time. Don't get caught up in the pain and heartache or the challenges of releasing things. Take things one step at a time. When we do that, you're going to find that you're able to succeed more. When we take things slowly and steadily, we're able to maintain and sustain the changes that we're making because they're small little shifts. A little shift here, a little shift here. And you can then start to make that change without really agitating your ego, because that new beginning isn't a leap of faith. It's something that you feel stable and supported in doing. Anytime we aggravate that ego, we have the possibility of being wrenched back and regress due to fear, because there's a lot of instability and unknown. And usually when we're wrenched back, our ego is able to pull us back further from what we started. So you start here, you do a leap of faith, your ego bumps you back here. Now, yes, will new beginnings have unknowns? Absolutely. However, if you feel stable and strong in what you're doing and where you currently are, that unknown and that instability can easily be really kind of washed away, especially when we hold that harmony and that balance, that stability within ourselves. I want to thank you guys for joining me today. And I hope this helped explain what the angels are trying to share with you right now. Like I said, if you have any questions, I will be live on Wednesday at 1 o'clock Mountain. Oh, I can never remember. It's not Mountain Standard Time. It's MDT, Mountain Daylight Time or something. So it's an hour before what this reading came in at for you. And I'll be exploring how it is I channel the angels and the difference between an archangel and an angel, and what it is you need to do to channel this. Because yes, you too have the ability to channel this. So if you have any questions, of course you can leave them below. You can email me, or you can join me live and ask me there. Again, on Friday, I will also be live doing my weekly reading. It will also be 1 hour ahead, as I had something unexpectedly scheduled that I can't move. But I didn't want to stop this readings. So yours will be at 12 o'clock Mountain MDT, Mountain Daylight Time, so that you too will have the ability to get your reading. Oh, and most importantly, tomorrow you get another meditation. Another meditation will be uploaded onto my channel. So there's a lot going on this week. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I know it's kind of cliche. It does help me be found on the sea of YouTube. And also, most importantly, if you like this video, subscribe, because like you can see, I am all over the place on where I publish, where I upload videos, where I'm live. So best way to stay connected is to subscribe and hit that little red bell so you don't miss anything. And like always, thank you so much for joining me. Until tomorrow, my friends.